Let's begin to help move the flow of lymph through the neck, in the upper body, and out through the arms in the armpit, chest area. Begin first by taking a few fingertips at the base of your neck where the clavicle or the collarbone comes into a point here to meet the base of the neck. Cover the second hand on top, and you're just going to gently hold the skin in place or lightly press it down. From here, head is forward, nose down slightly to shorten the tissue in the front of the neck. Create some gentle movements. I don't want you to get to the point where you feel a pull. This is more of a nudge, so it's very small little movements. I've definitely noticed that as I've been working through the fascia in my neck, I have gotten sick less often or frequently than in years past. And I truly believe it's because I have been prepping and renewing the fascia in my neck since I had so many headaches for so long. That continued effort to restore the fascia helped with my lymphatic system as a whole. Take those fingers now and you're going to go 3 fingers north of your clavicle. Head is still forward and down. Feel free to anchor with the other hand. And the same thing, you're creating these micro movements in the opposite direction of where your fingers are. And you can play with this. I'm just creating really small lifts in the opposite direction until I feel a pull. I don't want it to feel taut, but you want to feel that something is starting to change. You can even look, it's up to you and how you move your head and what you're feeling underneath your fingers and in throughout the neck. So there's a lot of lymph that will pool behind the ear. So as we're working the side of the head and the neck, move those fingers back a little bit more. We're helping to facilitate better flow in that area. This should really feel good, not strain. If it feels nervy to you, you're going a little bit too far. I typically get nervy when I'm doing this side. I'm easing off of it because that's not my goal right now. I'm working to just help facilitate flow. And then your fingers move back a little bit more, so you're really inching closer to your traps now. You can push the trap back ever so slightly as you begin to create that mobility and movement of your head. Staying on this side, you're going to find your SCM. So that's a muscle that runs on a slight diagonal from the back of the ear, upper jaw area, down to the clavicle. So kind of finding that pathway up. If it's difficult to find, just do the best you can. And what I want you to do is try to start to gather up the skin, kind of like a pinch. And you're going to just gently pull the skin away from the neck, creating a little bit of traction. And pull the skin back or forward. To me, forward feels a little bit tighter, like there's more strain happening there. If you're able to get the muscle, that's okay too. If you're just grabbing skin, also okay. Creating these micro movements, you're just pulling the skin away. I found a little bit of a difficult area, but it feels really important. So I'm going to stay here for another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that release. Good. Moving to the other side. Find the point at the base here where the clavicle, shoulder blade meets. Fingertips on top of it. Just hold it gentle and slightly down. Start to create your movement. This is something that you can do to repeat as needed. Let's say you're starting to feel sick a little bit. You can do this to help facilitate the healing process. Maybe you can get ahead of it and prevent whatever is coming your way from coming. But if you do get sick, use this as well to help just keep things moving and flowing. At the same time, it helps just mobility of the neck too, which I think we all need. Start to move the hands back. So you're going to go 3 fingertips above the clavicle now. Anchor it down with the other hand. Bring that head forward and down to reset to begin your movements again. And just intuitively move the head where you feel you need to move in the opposite direction of the hands. And work those hands back a little bit more. If there's a little bit of extra tenderness, just as if you had some tautness or nerviness, just keep your movement really small. Don't strain it, don't push it, just meet where you are today. Ooh, got a good spot there. Little micro movements once you find a great amount of pressure and movement. Move those fingers back. Now you're taking the trap and lightly pushing it back and away. And then moving the head. A few more seconds here. Noticing how your arms are kind of rested on your body to help keep everything close by so they don't fatigue too much here. Another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to pinch the skin higher up where that clavicle is. You can almost feel just even bringing your hand like this and grabbing that area where you feel that muscle, and then either holding the muscle, you can tug the muscle out, or just grab the skin. On the other side, I wasn't able to gather up the muscle, but this side I can a little bit. So start if you're able to there, and then move to the skin or just be at the skin. I'm gonna go skin here. You can kind of see I'm pulling back, forward. Good. A few more seconds. Ooh. Kind of pulling it forward a little bit and then turning my head towards the pinch. And that pulls all the way up the scalp to the other side. Let the hand rest. Let's move those shoulders around for a few moments. Crack, crack. Okay, so now same idea, but at the armpit chest area. So you're gonna take, let's do your left hand. You're gonna grab a hold. So you have your pecs here. You're just gonna grab a hold. Mostly skin for me here. If you have some muscle, that's great too. Your arm is gonna start forward and begin to open it to the side. Good, shoulder blade, roll it back. So you can open up that door a little bit. So just do a handful of these here. Don't pinch so hard, you're gonna leave marks. And then as you're opening, let the hands reach back, fingers reach back, opening across. You might feel a little nervy there. You can do palm up. Good. One of my favorite facts to share is that in utero, the pecs and the lats are one muscle. And then they separate as we develop, and then they have different functions and different purposes. But because of their proximity and because of their fascial relationship, the chest being too tight or too taut can turn off the lats from doing their job. And that creates less shoulder stability and a lot of other possibilities. Let's switch sides. My thumb's getting a little tired here. Find your pinch and grab. Arm is forward. You can do palm in or up. Again, it's more about kind of the articulation of your shoulder joint, what works for you, whether you have the hand in a forward position or lift it up, or maybe turn it away. Ooh, that one worked great. So just a few reps, just grab a hold, stabilize the muscle in the skin as the arm opens to the side. Good. So yeah, when you help to clear out the fascia here in the pecs, Then go back into a really strong posture, really using your lats to set your posture and your shoulders. I like to go under with this one. It feels good. And let your arms rest. Move those shoulders up and back 3 times. Let them free. 3 and 2 and 1. Following this session, go and drink a full 8 to 10 ounces of room temperature water all the way until it's gone. Feel free to add a little bit of lemon to it, a little pinch of Himalayan salt for a little electrolytes to help flood the body with healthy water and nutrition as you are able to now move the lymph more easily through your upper body.